it's Lillian and I'm back. So today I was scrolling on Facebook this morning while I was drinking my coffee and I had seen that The Sims 4 released an official survey for potential new features and improvements. So we're gonna go ahead and take that today. I'm super excited to see in the minds of these creators because I want to see what's going on in there and see what they have planned for us in the future. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so here are the ideas that they've listed in the survey. So this first one we have is Culinary Quest. Take on the role of master chef, find the best ingredients, create recipes, and keep that kitchen running through the dinner rush. Now, that sounds really cool, but it also sounds very familiar. It sounds like Dine Out, and we already have that, obviously. So it does sound cool, but it sounds very repetitive. It's something that we already have. Having the role of master chef would be cool, but I'm pretty sure that's the name of the role you get after you finish the culinary career. So I'm a little bit iffy on that one. It's kind of whatever. Okay, and the next one we have is a fan club creator. Immerse your Sims in fandom. Create fan clubs, collect rare memorabilia, and express your love and drive a craze that could take over the town. Now, this could be interesting. It really could. But, it is a cool idea, but I'm one of those people that when I play the game, my Sim is like the shining star, so I wouldn't be a fan club creator. I would be the person that people are making fan clubs for. So, again, cool idea. Not specifically for me, but it could be interesting. The next one we have is NPC story progression. So, this is an awesome one. So now your neighbors come to life. Sims outside of your household live their lives from birth, marriage, and death. Imagine the possibilities when the drama can start next door. So this one is awesome. The reason why this one is awesome is because we don't have story progression like that in the game. For PC players, we do have mods that can accomplish this. If you don't know, we do have the MC Command Center mod. I will link that down below if you would like that. And MC Command Center adds story progression without you having to do anything. So I'm one of those people that I will literally go through each household and create them a life, and I will add children to the mix, or I'll add marriages and stuff because I like story progression. And MC Command Center allows you to have that story progression. So for those people that don't have PCs and that are playing on consoles, this would be awesome because you can't have mods while you're playing on the Xbox or while you're playing on the PlayStation. So story progression for everybody to use would be amazing. So this is definitely in my top 3 of what I want the most because this is going to be helpful for everybody and this is going to make everybody's gameplay feel more realistic and just more fun to play. So the next one we have is shopping malls. All your retail needs under one roof. Hang out, find deals, and discover that perfect outfit for the night ahead in full retail experience, mall cop included. So my first thought when I see this, if there is a mall cop included, I want the option to be the mall cop in a career. And also, if you haven't seen that movie Mall Cop, I want the whole mall cop experience. I want to be running around on, well, I guess not running. I want to be riding around on one of those little scooters. I think that would be so much fun. So, yeah, that's cool. The only thing I'm kind of about for this pack is that, or whatever this is, pack, gameplay, whatever. We kind of have this a little bit. I mean, we don't have a full-on mall, but we do have the Magnolia Promenade. Is that what it's called? I think it is. Where there's little retail stores everywhere. And then we do have that with Get to Work where, you can create a retail store. I mean, I guess it would be cool that you don't have to own it. You can just go in and buy stuff, which would be awesome. But again, it kind of seems a little repetitive. But again, sounds interesting. The next one we have is cheer. Immerse yourself in the world of cheerleading where focus is king and distractions are dangerous. Keep the team together, build routines, and make sure to stick the landing. This one sounds awesome. Cheer is just something that you can get lost in. There's a Netflix documentary about cheerleading, which is really cool. It's about competitive cheerleading, I think, which is the coolest cheerleading. But if we get cheer, I don't want to see it just in university. I want to be able to have my teenagers go into cheer, you know, and I want my kids to be able to go into cheer. I don't know what it's called for kids. It's like cheer tots. Did I make that up? I think I saw that in like a video or something. I don't know. But I want it to be for like most ages, not just the young adults or the adults that are in university. But cheering would be super cool. I would love to see cheer. I think that's a great idea. But again, if we're gonna get cheer, I would like it to be in multiple aspects of the game, not just for university. I would like to see it for like the teenagers and stuff like that, and the kids. But it also might be a little bit weird just because we don't have like school. Like the school is rabbit holes, but there is an option for that on here. But I think if we do include the regular schooling to where it's not a rabbit hole, I think this one should be incorporated with it instead of two separate things. So the next one I see on here is growing pains and life issues. Life is hard. Now your Sims feel those physical and emotional changes as they grow up. Girl, I will tell you, it is hard. Realistic reactions and emotions bring deeper connections to the world around them. So this right here reminds me kind of Sims 3 Generations, how it was more like focused in on like the emotions of the Sims and like their memories and everything, and like bringing stuff together like with families. But like it gives a more realistic perception to the game, which I like. I think it sounds awesome. This one would probably be up in my top 3. So it'd probably be like the, you know, story progression, and then this one are definitely my top 2. I think they sound really cool. If you do use mods, you probably already know about this, but Slice of Life does introduce something similar to this. So I will link that down below if you would like to check it out. The next one I see is heists. Whether you're an aspiring Debbie or Danny Ocean, build your team to seek out and recover the stolen artifacts to return them to the rightful owners. Can you execute the perfect plan, or will your team end up in the slammer? So, I already talked about stuff sounding repetitive, and this kind of sounds repetitive. We already have the artifacts with Selva Dorada with the Jungle Adventures pack, which is cool, but is this going to give us extra artifacts, or is it going to be the same ones from the game? I mean, it's cool because you can like end up in the slammer, and if end up in the slammer is a possibility, then so should like a prison guard be a possibility as like a career option. Just with things like this, it needs more added to it. You know what I mean? So the next one on here is modern love and romance. From love at first sight to digital dating, discover a wide variety of relationship types for your Sims. Explore their desires, tastes, and preference. Take them on a journey to discover what works for them. So you can definitely tell that the Sims team is definitely listening to all of us, because a lot of Sims players in the community have expressed that they want something like date night from, or I think it was called Hot Date from the first Sims game. And this sounds like what we would see in our past Sims game brought into modern times with the whole digital dating. So that sounds really cool. It's not specifically something I would be interested in my gameplay, but who knows, they might change my mind. So the next one we have is American high schools. So cafeteria cliques, racy relationships, and SAT struggles. The halls are alive with the sound of drama. Love it. I think this idea sounds so cool. I'm wondering why they put American high schools. Do only American high schools, you know, suffer with cliques and racy relationships and SAT struggles? I don't know. I mean, I'm American. I can tell for sure. Like, that's kind of what happened with me. I didn't fit into a clique, though, so I was, like, low-key a loner. Yeah. I mean, it sounds awesome. So this is the one that I was talking about, though. If they were to introduce cheer, I feel like these two should be one. They need to, like, coincide with each other because I feel like it would just make sense, you know? And then if we're doing this, I'm assuming that we're not going to have rabbit holes as schools, which would be super cool. My only concern would be how this would work out if you had like a multiple sim household where there's multiple teenagers or children or whatever. I don't know how that would work, but we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. So the next and last one is bands. Go solo or build your supergroup. Find your style and perform your way from YouTube celebrity to sold out stadiums. Feel the pressure and demands of keeping the band together, record company demands, and the needs of your adoring fans. So this sounds super cool too. It sounds like something else like that could have been added to Get Famous. I know Get Famous was mainly focused around like the acting career, but I feel like this is something that should have been added into that game. But with that being said, I think it sounds really cool. They've given us some extra things. So right here I see world suggestions, deepening the existing content, and so on. Brazilian beach town, South African city, Spanish city, Korean city. Ooh, I like it. Swiss mountain town, Chinese countryside, Scottish highlands, Italian vineyards, Greek islands, and Costa Rican rainforest. Right off the bat, Korean city sounds super awesome, and so does Swiss mountain town. I don't think we really have anything like mountainish in the sim. The rainforest one sounds really cool too. I mean, we kind of have a little bit of like the jungle-ish vibes going from Jungle Adventures, but to see a different format with the rainforest would be awesome. And I know they'd make it look beautiful because Selva Dorada is absolutely gorgeous. The Brazilian beach town kind of reminds me of Sulani, but Sulani is based more on like the islandish vibes, so maybe this would be like, you know, beach living, which I would love to see that. So deepening the existing content, long-term desires, connections to family members outside of the household, being born with traits, short-term desires, control of Sims that are not currently on the active lot, emotions, consequences of making or breaking relationships, developing traits over time, and family evolution outside the household. Right off the bat, I'm just gonna say long-term desires sounds like your aspiration. Short-term desires sound like the whims that you can have in your game. The Sims 4 is known to be based on emotions, and it's good with it, but I think with emotions comes, you know, obviously like emotional attachments and memories, and I think that should be added into the game. New cast item additions, all of that would be awesome. So we have them all. Like we have burns, we have prosthetics, we have heterochromia, we have vitiligo, stretch marks, scars, and body hair. All of these need to be involved. This shouldn't be a question of choosing. All of these need to be involved. You know, there's people that suffer with burns and that suffer with all of this, that have prosthetic legs and limbs and everything. And vitiligo is a big one too. We need all of that. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking the survey. So we've already went through all of these, so we're just gonna go straight into it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest, how interested are you in following ideas? Heist, I'm not too interested in. If I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna say I'm not interested at all. So I'm gonna say not interested at all. Our next one is NPC story progression. Very interested. That's my top one because the people that don't have access to mods like our console players deserve the story progression as well, not just us PC players that are downloading mods, you know? So I'm gonna say very interested for story progression. The next one we have is that culinary quest. Again, culinary quest. Cool, not too interested. You know, I'll give it a 4. Shopping malls. 3. We kind of already have it. Cheer. That would be super, super interesting. I'm gonna say a 7. Growing pains and life issues. Ugh, super, super, super interested. I'm excited for that one. Modern love and romance, it's not a big deal for me that much, so I'm gonna give it a 5. It's like lower on my radar, but whatever. So American High School, awesome. I'm gonna say a 7. But again, I would like to see that combined with cheer, so that it's one whole thing instead of getting little pieces of something that should be big. For bands, I'm gonna give it a 5. Not too interested. It's neither here or there for me. I'm not, you know, I don't really care. It's whatever. Fan club creator, I'm gonna just be honest and say I'm not interested. Like I said, if I'm gonna be playing this game where like you're a fan and stuff, I want my sim to be the person who the fans are, you know, creating stuff for. I don't know, maybe I'm egotistical, whatever. Okay, so please rank the following ideas with 1 being your most and 10 being your least wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this part. I'm literally just gonna put it in order of what I had put for everything beforehand because it's literally the same thing. Just put them in order. Please rate the following with 1 being your most wanted and 10 being your least wanted. Okay, so we're actually gonna go through these ones. Okay, that's cool. I thought they were just showing us the idea. Okay, so for 1, I put Korean city. I think that would be super awesome. I put South African city as number 2. For number 3, I put Swiss mountain town. For 4, I put Scottish highlands. For 5, I put Italian vineyards. 6, Spanish city. 7, Chinese countryside. 8, Brazilian beach town. 9, Costa Rican rainforest. And 10 being Greek islands. The only reason why I put Greek islands at the end is because we already kind of have the island vibe with Sulani. I still think it'd be a really cool idea. It's not that I have anything against any of these ideas. I think they're all great. It's just personally what I would love to see if, you know, I'm playing the game, obviously. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest, how interested are you in the Sims team deepening the existing content below? Short-term desires, I mean, it sounds like the whims. Again, I mean, I think it'd be a cool gameplay aspect, but it sounds like whims, so 4. Developing traits over time. I mean, to be honest with you, I change traits anyways. So with Get Famous, I know they have like the quirks, and I don't want to develop something where I'm going to hate it. Like, I hate that damn phone quirk, or they use their phone too much, and then all of a sudden they get mad if they don't have a phone on them. So this one I'm not too concerned about, because I'm probably just going to change it anyways, to be honest. So I'm going to say a 4, because I don't want to end up with something like that damn phone quirk. Long-term desires, kind of don't really care too much, but I wouldn't be mad at it, so I'm going to say a 6. Control of Sims that are not currently on the active lot. So we kind of have this, like when they go to work, you can say like work harder. If you're in school, you can say work harder, or go to sleep, or whatever. And if you're on a different lot and your Sim is like on your home lot, you can tell them to build a skill or clean. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. So I'm going to go ahead and rate that a 7. For emotions, the Sims 4 is based on emotions, and I think it could, you know, have a little bit more to do with emotions. And it's based on emotions, so I think it should have more to do with emotions. Connections to family members outside of the household? Yes. Connections to family members outside of the household? Definitely. Consequences of making or breaking relationships? I think that would bring a lot to gameplay, so I'm going to put an 8. Being born with traits? I'm probably going to change them anyway, so I'm going to put a 5 because it's neither here or there. Family evolution outside the household? I mean, that would be cool, you know, to still have like a high relationship and everything and be able to be with your family. I'm not too crazy. It's just whatever. So 5. Please rank the existing content based on which you would like the Sims team to deepen, with 1 being your most wanted and 9 being your least wanted. Again, I'm just going to copy over my answers. So I'm just going to skip this part because it's basically the same thing. Which of the following Sims team, hire me. I will fix these mistakes for you. Anyways, which of the following create a Sim categories would you want to see additional content for? Please pick at least 1 and no more than 3 answers. No more than 3? I'm going to say full outfits, makeup, shoes. I think those are good choices. What new create a Sim categories would you like to see added into The Sims 4? Oh, this is messed up. 1 and no more than 3 answers. This is messed up. These should already be included in The Sims, okay? And all of these being added need to be a free update since they weren't into the game, or they weren't added into the game. Heterochromia, scars, prosthetics, vitiligo, burns, all of these. I'm gonna say vitiligo for sure. I'm gonna say stretch marks. I personally have stretch marks because of having a child. Oh gosh, prosthetics need to be added because they just need. Prosthetics need to be added. Dual eye color. Oh my goodness. Vitiligo, stretch marks, and heterochromia need to be added. Prosthetics need to be added. Scars need to be added. Everything on here needs to be added. This one just like, this one frustrates me even picking anything. I'm gonna say vitiligo for sure and stretch marks. Prosthetics for sure, scars for sure, heterochromia for sure. All of these need to be added. The fact that I even have to pick, that I can't pick more than 3 is annoying. I'm gonna pick these 3 just because I know personally people in my life that are affected by these, but this in no way means that I'm putting down heterochromia, prosthetics, burns, or any body hair, anything like that. All of these should be added. This shouldn't even be an option. All of these should just be added. You don't need to ask, you know, your consumers and your players like, oh, do you want these? These should already be offered. Again, I love The Sims and I love the inclusivity of The Sims, but these should be added already without even having to ask. So I'm gonna move on. Please rank the following life stages based on which you would like to have more Create a Sim assets. Okay, 1 being your most wanted and 5 being your least wanted. So I feel like this game is geared towards young adults the most, so I'm gonna leave that one for my last. And I know a lot of people are excited about this, especially in my Sims group. They're super excited for the elders on here because they feel like elders don't have a lot that is catered to them in the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and say elders. Okay, I feel like we need more elder-centered things, so I put elders as 1, toddlers as 2. We definitely need more toddlers content in Create a Sim. 3, we definitely need children's. 4, adults, and then young adults 5. Again, I know elders, adults, and young adults and teens can basically use the same outfits, but a lot of stuff for elders you don't really want to like put on them that you would put on your young adult. Rank the following life stages based on which you would like to see additional gameplay for, with 1 being your most wanted and 6 being your least wanted. They added babies on here. Ooh, you got me. I almost chose, but I'm gonna have to say babies as my number 1 because they treat babies as objects in this game, and I don't like that. I would love to see babies have additional gameplay. Like, you know, I would love to see them have actual cribs. I would love to see like a changing table. I would love to, you know, have the babies be able to interact with the kids and, you know, with their siblings and everything. And I just, I don't know. Babies need more. They deserve better. They should not be treated as objects, okay? I'm just going to say that because it's true. And I know a lot of people agree with me. Babies are not objects. They're babies. Give them a crib. Give them a changing table. Just give some opportunities for these babies. And then I'm gonna say elders is next. I know we have like the knitting pack coming out, but I think it's geared towards like all ages, maybe not kids. I'm not too positive. But I'm pretty sure your young adults and then like your adults will be able to do knitting and stuff too. But it would still be nice. Maybe we can have like old folks homes, you know, like we can have like the nursing homes for the elders, and we can have it like where they can go back into their memories and like share a scrapbook or something, you know, with their kids. Or maybe we can have it like where the adults, when they get young enough, they can ask their elders, like their mom or something, like, oh, what's the, you know, secret recipe for your cookies, like passed down generational things. I think that would be so awesome, and I would love that. I'm gonna say toddlers is next because I kind of just put them in a corner with their tablet and let them build up their skill while I'm doing other things because they're kind of annoying. So let's add some more stuff for toddlers to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna say children as my number 4, adults as my number 5, and then young adults as the last because we already have stuff for young adults. I think children could be added more into the gameplay. And all right, that is it. We've finished up this survey. Thank you for listening to me blab on, listening to my ranting, and just listening to me. For those people that logged off early, you can't hear me, so I'm just kidding. I'm not going to say anything mean. I'd probably get a little bit bored listening to me too, but it's okay because I talk a lot, but whatever, it's fine. So thank you for taking this survey with me. If you have any ideas or you don't agree with me or you do agree with me, let me know in the comments down below so we can discuss more. And I will go ahead and see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.